Have you ever wondered why 1% of the world's wealth holds nearly all the wealth? Is it just luck? Is it inheritance? Or is there a secret code they've cracked that the rest of us simply don't see? The legendary American entrepreneur Jim Rohn once said, "Your current circumstances are not a result of your fate, but a reflection of your philosophy." Today, I want to take you to the vast, rugged mountains of Montana. This is the story of a young shepherd named Ethan and a seasoned billionaire named Mr. Alexander. It's a story that reveals the invisible bridge between poverty and prosperity. If you feel stuck in your life, like you're working hard but going nowhere, pay close attention. This next 8 minutes might just be the pivot point you've been looking for. In the heart of Montana, where the peaks touch the clouds and the valleys are painted an endless green, lived Ethan. Every morning, before the sun broke the horizon, Ethan was out with his flock. His life was a cycle of repetitive, back-breaking work for a paycheck that barely covered his groceries. Ethan spent his days watching luxury SUVs and high-end sports cars speed past the mountain roads, carrying tourists to expensive resorts. He would look at his tethered boots, then at those cars, and sigh. He lived in a state of if only. If only I had a better education. If only I was born in a big city like New York or Chicago. If only someone would give me a chance. One sweltering July afternoon, a pristine silver Rolls-Royce came to a halt on a narrow mountain pass. The tire had blown. A tall, elegant man in a tailored gray suit stepped out. This was Mr. Alexander, one of the most successful venture capitalists on Wall Street. Ethan saw the stranded car and ran over. He spent an hour helping the man change the tire and navigate the tricky terrain. As Mr. Alexander reached for his door to leave, Ethan hesitated, then spoke up. "Sir, you clearly have more money than you could ever spend. Could you spare a few $100s? I'm just a poor shepherd struggling to survive. A little help from you wouldn't mean much to your bank account, but it would mean the world to mine." Mr. Alexander didn't reach for his wallet. Instead, he leaned against his car and looked Ethan straight in the eyes. His gaze wasn't cold, it was piercing. "Young man, I didn't get to where I am by giving things away for free, and I certainly didn't get here by asking for handouts. I'm a businessman. I believe in the law of exchange. Even nature follows this rule. The sun gives light to the plants, and the plants give oxygen to the world. Nothing in this universe is truly free. If you want something from the world, you must first ask yourself, what value am I providing? Are you providing labor? Are you providing a product? Or are you providing a solution? The day you stop asking for help and start offering value is the day you stop being a beggar and start becoming a partner in the global economy." Ethan stood frozen. As the Rolls-Royce disappeared into the dust, the words echoed in the mountain silence. "What are you giving in return?" For the next week, Ethan couldn't sleep. He looked at his sheep. He looked at the mountains. He realized he had been a victim in his own mind. He realized that for years he had been waiting for the world to give to him without offering anything back. He looked around the mountainside. He saw wild lavender and rare mountain herbs growing everywhere. He knew that the tourists passing by loved the mountain experience, but had nothing authentic to take home. He also realized he had bags of raw sheep's wool that he usually sold for pennies to middlemen. Ethan made a choice. He was done being a shepherd of sheep. He was going to be a shepherd of his own destiny. He started small. He spent his evenings drying the mountain herbs and making organic tea blends. He hand-packaged them in rustic brown paper. When a car stopped at the lookout point, he no longer approached with his hand out. Instead, he would say, "Sir, would you like to taste the essence of Montana? This is a hand-picked herbal tea that clears the mind after a long drive." To his amazement, people didn't just give him $1. They paid $10, $15 for a small bag. They weren't giving him charity. They were paying for value. 3 years passed. Mr. Alexander returned to Montana for a summer retreat, but the mountain pass looked different. There was no shepherd on the hillside. Instead, there was a beautiful, modern wooden structure with a sign that read, "Ethan's Alpine Organics." Curious, Mr. Alexander walked in. The shop was filled with premium organic teas, essential oils, and high-end wool blankets that felt like silk. Business was booming. A young man in a crisp linen shirt and dark jeans walked out of the back office. He held himself with the posture of a leader. He saw Mr. Alexander and smiled. "I don't believe we've met," Mr. Alexander said, though something about the man's eyes seemed familiar. "Actually, sir, we met 3 years ago when you had a flat tire. I asked you for a handout, and you gave me something much more expensive. You gave me a philosophy." Ethan walked him through his business. He explained how he stopped seeing himself as a poor shepherd and started seeing himself as a supplier of luxury mountain goods. He now employed 10 local people and shipped his products to boutiques in New York and Los Angeles. "I realized," Ethan said, "that the world doesn't pay you for your needs, it pays you for your value." As we wrap up this story, I want you to look at your own life. Are you standing on the mountain road with your hand out, waiting for a lucky break or a government check? Or are you looking around at the resources you already have and asking, how can I serve others? There are 3 life-changing lessons here. First, the law of value exchange. Wealth is a byproduct of the value you provide to others. Second, identity. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. And third, the shift. The moment you stop being a consumer and start being a producer, your financial reality will change forever. Don't let your mind keep you in a shepherd's hut when you were meant to build a legacy. Change your thoughts and your future will follow. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, the world is waiting for what you have to give. Until next time, keep growing.